What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So here we go with modern dating here, and of course I have Judge Judy. And yes, and this is a case where women uses men to get money, and it seriously backfires in court. So let's get into it.
You were on a dating website. What website were you on?
It was called Bumble.
If within 2 weeks of meeting somebody, you're asking for money from that person, bing, 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 should all go off in your head. What you did was instead, you called his boss. You called people where he worked.
He made me
You
feel
said it.
extremely I'm sorry, excuse me.
Just a second. Are you denying you called his boss?
No, I'm not.
Just a
I did
second.
do that.
And I don't know how many other guys you did this to. I don't know how many other guys you did this to. You were skilled at it, so it suggests to me that he wasn't the first one. Listen, you were taken for a fool. You get that?
I understand.
She owes you $1,030. And goodbye. That way out.
This young man got into a really funny situation. He found himself in the hands of a woman who apparently used dating apps to find guys to pay her bills. She used a smart strategy for it, but fortunately, her scheme didn't work this time. She has a very structured process which works as follows. First, she gets guys on dating apps and then make them comfortable enough to the point they feel like she is also romantically interested in them. And once that happens, she starts asking for money. To keep their cash, she calls their bosses, aiming to get them in trouble. And she does it hoping that they will go away, leaving her with their money. This is how her game works. But finally, she found a guy who wasn't willing to lose his money that way, which is why they are in court today.
Miss Needham, you were on a dating website. What website were you on?
It was called Bumble.
And that's where you connected with Mr. Bosch. Do you remember the first time that you met?
Yes, he picked me up at my house.
Is that in early May?
Yes.
But you don't remember the date. Now, when for the first time, Miss Needham, did you make Mr. Bosch aware of the fact that you were strapped for cash?
It was over either a phone call or text messages.
In what month?
I would say probably May or maybe June.
Do you remember when that was?
May 20th, I believe.
So, within a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Or in person?
Yeah, I don't want to say either way.
Well, give
Sorry.
you some idea. So, within a couple of weeks, and I usually don't go into these things, but it's sort of important for me to feel out the people that I'm dealing with. Within those 2 weeks from the time you met him and the time you told him you needed money, how many times had you seen him?
Only once.
Just one time, that one time.
Yeah, we met up in person the one time.
And you weren't intimate during that one period of time.
We did kiss as far as intimacy goes, but nothing further than that.
That's it.
Oh yeah. So of course, a lot of the younger guys that sometimes doesn't know better back then, or but these days with the emergence of the internet, we're finding out all this stuff. Yeah, yeah. I usually, like in the past when I was younger, yeah, I would like lend $100 and shit. It took forever for that chick to pay me back, and there was like, I wasn't even trying to get with her, and it's like, yo, pay me the $100 back. It was a struggle because I'm sorry, I'm just such a dick with my money. I'm like, let's go get the money. Yeah. And then I'm like, dang, cut her off. And then another time, another chick, we're friends. She's like, oh, you're gonna be this. And I go, okay, here's $100. She paid me back. But then one thing I didn't want it to become is I'm fucking Mr. Bank. And no, I'm not bank. So one time I just said, here's $50. You can keep it. I don't want anything back. And then that ended that cycle, I don't even lend money. Like even like a lot of the guys that, sometimes I talk to are like, yeah, and they're in the US. And then of course they talk to a chick in the Philippines and they're like, yeah, she says she does it. And I'm like, no, don't lend money, man. Don't do it. So let's continue.
You met once, you kissed. 2 weeks later, you called and said, I'm strapped for cash. Now,
in a
how
very
much
short-
cash were you strapped for?
I had just lost my job, so I was unable to pay my rent, which was around $650.
Rent. So you needed rent?
Yes.
If within 2 weeks of meeting somebody, you're asking for money from that person, bing, 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 should all go off in your head.
The judge is completely correct. He should have questioned her intentions after being asked for cash this early. They saw each other once, and then she told him that she needed help, but he gave it as if that was the most normal thing.
Yeah, but now these days, if a woman asks me for money, I'm like, bye, see ya, don't want to be ya.
in this world. They didn't even know each other yet. They were literally strangers, but he had no issue trusting her at this level. He is either too nice or too naive, and it placed him in a vulnerable position.
Yep.
And did you need any other money?
Yes, ma'am.
When was the next time you needed money?
I'd have to look really quickly. The same day, May 19th, he gave me $25.
I know you have to-
Oh, I'm sorry. The same day on May 19th, he gave me $25 more. I also have just May 27th, I got $10 more. On May 28th, I got $20 more. And then the 21st of May, I got $300 more. And the 16th of May, I had $25. Those are all of the ones that I have.
Well, let's see how expensive this kiss was.
Dude, yeah.
650 plus 25 plus 10 plus 20 plus 300 plus 25 equals $1,030.
As we can see, he gave her cash multiple times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to believe that people can be this naive. If you saw her once and she kept asking for money, why are you still giving it when it was clear that she was on it to get her bills paid? How come he didn't figure out what was going on? I don't understand what he was thinking.
My intention was to pay him back when I could, little by
That's
little,
fine.
but I did not have the means to, and I
That's
still
fine,
don't.
Miss Needham. That's not what you said in your answer.
Yeah.
That's fine what you're saying to me now. And if you said to him, I don't have the money to give you right now, I'll give you a note. I'll give you $10 a week until I pay you back this $1,000. We wouldn't be standing here. What you did was instead, you called his boss. You called people where he worked. You said he was crazy.
He made me
You
feel
said it- hey.
extremely I'm sorry, excuse me.
Just a second. Are you denying you called his boss?
No, I'm not.
Just a
I did
second.
do that.
Right. And you're not denying that after he was nice to you, and I don't know how many other guys you did this to. I don't know how many other guys you did this to.
Oh, she did a ton to these guys. She's a professional at this. Just like sometimes, she's really good at, getting a lot of money from this. I'm surprised she doesn't have an OnlyFans, but whatever. But yeah, sometimes this is what some of the women do, And yeah, and of course, guys that I know in the Americans that are sending money to their Filipina, they've never met. They actually met. They're right here in court. So
You were skilled at it, so it suggests to me
Yeah.
that he wasn't the first one.
Imagine finding yourself in a position where the person you tried to help is doing their best to get you fired. That would affect anyone, and this is what she didn't consider when decided to go ahead with her plans. He just wanted to support someone he thought needed him, not realizing it was just part of her game. Also, I think the judge was correct when she mentioned that since the young woman was skilled at it, it suggests that she did it to other guys. It sounds about right, as all stages of her game are well structured.
Get where I'm going? You get where I'm going?
I do.
Because you get where I'm going. Because where I'm going is, well, I know it was a loan, but I'm going to make sure he leaves me alone. Because Me Too has had great results. But what it's also done, it's allowed people, I like you, to say to somebody who did a good deed for them, to say, I'm going to make trouble with you. I'm going to say you're stalking me. You said in your answer that he sent you weird, if my memory is correct, videos.
He sent,
I want to see them.
I don't have the same cell phone that.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
Oh, she does not have the same cell phone. All the evidence is gone, huh? And of course, she has the nerve to get a new iPhone.
How
My
did
cell
I
phone
know
broke
that?
and this is a new
How
one?
did I know that? You have a new phone. Your phone fell in the toilet.
It was interesting that now she has a new phone, but a few minutes ago she stated that she was struggling financially and couldn't pay him. So it would be better if she was clearer about her finances.
Yeah.
Who lends $650 to someone you only met once? That's on him.
Yep.
This guy was way too nice.
Mhm.
Who lends money to a stranger?
Damn right.
I hope he got all the money back. I've been scammed the same way multiple times. Trust no one. He showed up at the house where he paid rent. Judge Judy certainly put her in her place.
Yeah, and of course, the chicks that I knew, I've known them for a while. So, But I just don't do that policy no more. I don't lend any money, man. Even to the guys, I'm just like, nope, I don't lend any money because, yeah, I'm just like, yo, if I don't have the money, I don't spend. If I don't make that, I don't spend, you know? And if I get into a situation, that's my fault, you know? If I can't make rent, that's my fault. I'm not going to have someone keep bailing me out anymore. So, yeah.
How did I
it just
know that?
broke actually,
How
but
did-
he sent me over 20 videos of him singing and playing guitar of himself. He also showed up at my house where I've made it verbally clear that he was not allowed at my house.
Show me the video. Show
I-
me the video.
Yeah.
The weird video. You said you complained to his boss that he was stalking you and that he was sending you weird videos. And I said to you, show them to me. And you're telling me that you
I don't
can't.
have them in my possession because he made me uncomfortable. So I had no reason to keep any evidence of him in my life. I wanted him deleted. He made me
Really?
uncomfortable. I know that he sent me strange videos of him singing. I'm sorry, I don't have them to show you.
Is she expecting the judge to believe that she deleted those evidences? She needed to come up with a better story because it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. None of this makes sense. Yeah. You know, it's like, make it make sense. Nah, she just straight out tried to ruin this homeboy's life. That's the problem with sometimes in the West, you know, and not just the West, around the world. So you just got to choose wisely.
She called his boss and made those claims, but now she wants the judge to believe that she got rid of those videos. Unknowingly, she just contradicted herself. Didn't she tell the judge a few minutes ago that she couldn't show the evidence because she lost her phone? How come now she can't show it because she deleted it?
Listen, you were taken for a fool. You get that.
I understand.
She owes you $1,030 and goodbye. That way out.
To call his boss is crossing a line.
Yep.
She was so embarrassed she ran out. First, I have a new phone. Then he made me feel uncomfortable, so I deleted all evidence.
Yeah.
She can afford a phone but can't pay him back.
Yeah.
She did everything not to pay him back. Even if he sent what she categorizes as weird videos, that has nothing to do with it. So did you lose your phone or did you delete the videos?
Mm-hmm.
If you like our video and would like to support us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It will help a lot. Her action will eventually change his perspective on dating because he was simply trying to meet someone, but it didn't go as expected.
Yeah.
Innocently, he thought she also wanted the same things, not realizing that she was on it for cash only. This is how good guys change their approach related to relationships and how they navigate dating scene. This episode will understand that sometimes when they look naive, as it could be just a cover to hide what is inside. We don't know him, but the way he acted, it's clear that he is someone with a good heart. He was willing to help a person he barely knew, and this is something that should be valued and appreciated. But instead, she decided to take advantage of it and lost the opportunity to secure him on the process. As the judge said, she seems to be an expert on this scheme, and based on how things unfolded, she has been doing it for a while.
Yep. I wonder how many guys she's been doing this to. Oh, get a free meal, you know? Bumble. Yeah. Let me match with this. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get a nice meal out of it. And then get a nice this. So, yeah, I don't have to pay.
She had the whole thing planned. The sad part is the last stage of it. Calling his boss is a bit too much. She is definitely a professional at it. I know it worked out, but fortunately, this didn't back down and was able to take her to court. It would be a different story if she told him her plan was fully executed. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. It definitely wasn't her first time.
When I first met my husband, he didn't have money at all. There are plenty of women out there would appreciate honesty. At least for me, find it hella attractive. If it says, I really like you, I like to take you on a nice date, but this month I only have this much budget. Even like Taco Bell or, In and Out, whatever. I want to get to know you, but this is all I could afford. My priority is paying off student loans or this and that. Would you still interested to go on date with me, I'm like, yeah. That's very, very attractive to me and shows like you're more mature and committed.
We need more videos like this on social media to give guys a bit of hope when it comes to dating and relationships. As we know, things are mainly leaning to finances, and it's affecting the way people interact in the dating scene.
With yourself, he wants to take care of money at the same time, like men enough to admit that he's not there yet, but he's working towards that direction.
Yeah, the problem is like, yeah, you're you're probably the exception to the rule, but yeah, it's getting to the point where most modern women are like, no, you need to come off fully assembled, and that's the messed up part. That's why a lot of guys and brothers are heading out to the east, heading out to DR, heading out to Philippines and Thailand. So yeah,
I'm like, yo, this is a marriage material. To me, a broke, honest man are a lot sexier than appear to be rich but take on like so many credit card debts, be flashy so they can get pussy. Fake rich. I can smell that.
Unfortunately, women like her is rare and hard to come by. Protect this woman at all costs. You are one in a trillion. Your husband is a very lucky man. I did this. Now that man is my husband. We face up and down together. I didn't say money isn't important, but I like a man who is committed to himself and his family. I think women would not be heartbroken if they settle for this principle. Many men love their woman rawly, but they are afraid she wants more than he can afford. One thing I know for sure is that most of you will agree with me that she is the woman most of us dream of. This is the type of woman we are looking for, but with time, it's getting harder to find, as the new generation are willing to find someone to build a life with. They want those who are already at the top. And this is why many are in a funny relationship, just because they are after what that guy has to offer. Based on the current dating scene, we know a guy is more likely to be placed in the friend zone or rejected instantly if he tells a woman that he wants to date her, but he is still working on his finances, and this is sad. Things would be a lot easier if more women had a similar mindset, as most people are not at the top when it comes to finances. So expecting most guys to be at that level is unrealistic. They still didn't understand that their mindset is tricking them, and they are losing the opportunity with a great guy who would be a suitable partner and potentially successful in the future. But due to their unrealistic expectation, those guys became invisible.
yep, and shout out to modern dating here. And yeah, that's what we're dealing with, especially in the West, a lot of the women, it's hard to find that needle in that haystack. So yeah, so I'd rather just be out here in Asia and just find that instead. So yeah, there's a lot of the crap going on in the West. You're like, what the hell? What do you mean I need to make six figures? And you know how much percentage makes six figures is like maybe 15%, not counting the guys that are married. So yeah, so it is what it is, what it is. So there you go. All right. So if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video.